has it with 2 to go on second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go.
2 yards to go, second down. Back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by DeMarvion Overshone. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it facing a second and long situation.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
And on now is the punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Ready, ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Three. Go.
Here's a give up the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, You might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
60 Eagles, 60. Panther Street, Panther Street.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Warrior 70. Trap 60, trap 60. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
They'll set up a throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. 27 yards there, a first down.
Ready, set.
Back to throw again. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Go check, go check.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Looking to throw. And he is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
They'll set up to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year.
And the Dragons go up by 2 touchdowns.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
And Johnson's extra point up and good.
And it's now 21-7.
Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction.
And now here is another interception. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
They'll take over first down 10 at the 28-yard line.
Here we go. Check. Hey, check that. Street. Ready?
They get it to Hill, and they'll let him run.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
It's second and inches.
Back to throw here.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches.
Ready?
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Second and 4. Buying time to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Dragons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. And Johnson's extra point up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
79 Broncos.
Going for the deep ball. He's got a man complete. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Come 19! Come 19!
And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Ready?
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
19 tight! 19 tight! Ready?
He's going to let this one go deep. And my goodness, another interception. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
In motion, Hill.
And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass.
And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Let's go! Dragon 60! Go street! Panther 11! Panther 11! 18! Pioneer! 70 Ranger! 70 Ranger!
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Let's go now.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
He'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Damone Clark fought his way through and buried him behind the line.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down.
Trap 60, trap 60.
They'll look to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hill. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down. So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 42-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
It may look routine when you see the finished product, but what a nice job of concentration there. Catching the football on that route and then taking it a nice distance. A great example for an offensive throwing short and running long.
Check smash, check smash. Ready.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Hey, smash Bronco.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Go, Rick, go. Ready.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey now for the field goal.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll get the deficit back to 16.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does. And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Alert! Alert! Hawk 70! Hawk 70! Ready, ready?
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
69 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ready!
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Open man downfield is Hill.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Let's go now!
2nd and 10.
65, 65, ready?
Now a handoff running through the middle. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there.
With his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dragons will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
1st down and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Come on, come on.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand.
And now here is another interception. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 48-yard line.
60 Maverick.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now to the Emerald Isle. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. His throw incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On play action, they'll throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
And this offense on 3rd down today, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
79 Broncos. Cup 19. Cup 19.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Check.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A big-time sack there on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
19 Tiger. Cougar 19. Go.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Powers through it. Still going.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 111 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Intercepted. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
18, Pioneer.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Ready, break.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Back to throw.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here we go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
19 Lions. Warriors, 70. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to...
And, oh, he's going to be hit and driven into the turf.
yards.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Seven Pirates.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Ready.
In motion left, Hill.
18 Rattler, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. 26 yards.
And the Dragons are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead.
And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return. His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Shut up.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that...
And my goodness, another interception.
Intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Ready up. Buffalo 18, 79 Broncos. Cup 19, Cup 19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Ready.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Mustang 19. Dragon 60.
2nd and 3. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess? He didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
Let's go now.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
70 Rangers.
We said it at
Rangers.
halftime that they would need a nearly
19
perfect
right.
second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some...
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes.
Intercepted. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Come on, come on.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll set up a throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Left sideline a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And they rattle off a big one. 63 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Drop 60, drop 60.
Back to throw here. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Now for the PAT, here's Johnson.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Dragons 51, Lumberjacks 12.
Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here we go. Strike.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling again.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
Seven Pirates, seven Pirates.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
At the 41-yard line.
on the double.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 65 catch, 65 catch. Ready.
They'll set up to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or on defense for this team. They were so well-rounded in this one.
They certainly were, and how about the day those defenders had, though? How many takeaways did they have? I quit counting after a while. They were clearly the better team, and their defensive effort, it led the way.
So for Rio, the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win.
And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Dubliners, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.